Welcome back, everyone. We're going to go over what sold on eBay in the eBay store. These sales are from December, so pretty recent. Obviously, we had a killer Q4 if you've been following along with us. Definitely some good items to look out for, a wide variety. You can make money selling on eBay. Most of these items are found at garage sales, thrift stores, estate sales, stuff like that, even on online Facebook Marketplace. And we go ahead and buy them for one price, flip them online for more. A lot of fun. Hopefully you can get something out of this and keep an eye out for some of these items when you're out at your own thrift stores and garage sales. So my name's Cameron. Flashback finds the channel. I'm a part-time reseller. I've been doing this for about 8 years or so it's taken a long time to build up the knowledge base that I have, but hopefully you guys can learn from some of my successes and also some of the mistakes that I've made as well. Let's get into it and go over what sold. So first off is a Bruce Catton Civil War 3-box volume set, paperback books. I always look up box sets. This set was $3. I ended up scanning it, had a barcode on the bottom, scanned it, and ended up selling. Got it at the estate sale for $3, sold it for $25. Shipping was around $4, so plenty of room for profit there. Look out for Uncle Arthur's Bedtime Stories. This is just volume 12. I sold it by itself for $18. If you get a set of 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, whatever it is, you can make quite a bit of money on them. But even if you find just a one-off, you might be able to sell it individually and make a few dollars. $18 there. Some men's React Phantom Vision Pro Dynamic Nike shoes. These ones were $5 and they ended up selling for $38.69 on a 10% off sale, or maybe on a best offer, something like that. Ended up selling. The buyer was happy. They shipped out for around $9 priority mail. Mario Kart Wii. This is a Nintendo game. Wii game always sells. $30 shipped. I think I'm in it for about a couple bucks at a garage sale. Gotta love the Wii games. This is a Chanel No. 5 3.4 ounce perfume. It's about 90% full. It's a vintage one. Got this in a big perfume buy from an estate sale, and it sold for $60 shipped. That one ended up shipping out for, I guess there's a way you can ship it out first class if you just put ground only. Sometimes you have to get a sticker or something like that, but do some research. It might be a good alternative. Here's a Disney Danbury Village mint. This is a Pooh's house. It's like a ceramic figurine. Sold for $49.49. This is a sale of a friend. They gave me some stuff to sell, and this sold for them. So they were happy to move out some old stuff that they had. 4 My Little Pony hanging tin Christmas tree ornaments. These sold for $13.99. We got them at a garage, so I think I paid $3 for a whole bag of them. We sold one set, I think, already for around $15 to $20. This set sold for $14, and we sold, I think, one more set after this. So they did end up moving, but not a whole lot of money right there. They did ship out first class. Here's a Todd Lee Sun Rubber Little Squeak Doll. This one was vintage. It sold for $13.49 on sale. Bit of an older listing. Definitely wouldn't take the time to list it again, but it did go out first class. This one's awesome. It's a Too Short, Don't Stop Rapping. This is a cassette tape. I told you guys if you're going to buy the cassette tapes, the rap ones seem to do really, really well. This one sold for a best offer of $50. I've also sold some of the rock and roll ones, or punk, heavy metal. Some of those ones will sell as well if you can find them, but definitely the rap ones. Here's a WWE Greatest Wrestling Factions DVD. Got it for $2.49 at the thrift store. Ended up selling it for $14.39. Goes out media mail. Just slip it in a bubble mailer. One of the easiest things to list. That's why I love the media, and it's super easy to ship. Here's a little Oscar by Coleman. It's like the orange lid, I believe, cooler. This one's not a huge cooler. I sold it for $35. I paid $3 at an estate sale. Shipping ended up only being around $12 to ship it out, because though it's a little bit bulky, it really fits nicely in if you can find a box around that size. And there's not much padding, just a little bit of bubble wrap to protect it. Super light. Definitely worth the time. I'll pick these up again if I can get them for probably $3 or less. Okay, next we have a Rotex label maker. Look out for these. I've sold 2 or 3 of them now. You'll see them in the coming videos. I never found one before, but all of a sudden now I'm finding them. This one sold for $45. I want to say this one was $5 or $10 at an estate, so I paid up a little bit for it, but I ended up selling for $45 really quickly, and it shipped out for around $8. No, I think it went padded flat rate is when it ships. Here, yeah, around $8, I guess, for a padded flat rate. Here's some Adidas 510 Access shoes. I didn't know much about these. Just saw them, bought them for I think $5 or $6 at a garage sale. Ended up taking a best offer of $44 shipped. I saw the comps. I listed mine for I think $50 or so, and someone offered $44. I'm happy to move them out of here. I don't want to hold on to these shoes forever. And we also have a Christmas light up projector snowman. This is like a 13-inch one. It comes in the box. It did not work though. It's supposed to be able to work while it's in the box. So I actually uninstalled it from the box, put the new batteries in it, and it did work. And I'm like, okay, so it works. put it back, took the batteries out, put it back together, and then kind of buckled it back into the cardboard. I put new other as the listing type because I wanted people to know that, hey, I did remove it to test it out. And I took a picture of it, I believe, out of the box as well. So it does work. It's sold for 28 shipped. I paid $2 for it. I think shipping was around $11. So I'm okay with that. Happy to move it out of here. A Goosebumps Monster Blood collection. This is a little book. It has like 3 stories in there. Got it for $1 at a garage. So I thought it was worth a little bit more, but it ended up selling for about $9.99, which I'm okay with. Medium mail shipping, $2.80. Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe for the PS3, $10.99. Here's a Skid Row by Skid Row. It's like their self-titled cassette. This one is $7.99. I got it for, I think, 50 cents. Sold it for $8. This one's a cool one, guys. This one to look out for. It's a Jax Pacific Real Steel Light-Up Adam Junk. He's like a robot in the movie. This was in a big box where I got some Pokemon cards and a bunch of toys for about $100 and something bucks. And ended up pulling this guy out. I didn't even know he was in there. I pulled him out of the box. I'm like, oh, wow, cool. Real Steel. Looked them up, worth quite a bit of money. Mine sold for 110 shipped. I want to say it went global shipping program, so look out for the Real Steel stuff. My Fix-A-Dent that I've been selling, guys, one of my favorite multi-quantity buys as of late. We've got a bunch of this, sold a set of 4 for 25 shipped. They go in a padded flat rate. They ship out for about $8, and we got 50 cents in each little package, so $2 per listing. A Disney Store exclusive Mickey and Pluto stocking holder. Disney stuff, Christmas can do really well, especially like stocking holders are very kind of unique stuff. Like if it's like a light for the top of the tree, a tree topper or something like that, and it's Christmas themed stockings that are Disney. A lot of them can do pretty well around Christmas time. This one sold for $50. Here's a Nike men's half zip with the hood jacket. This one sold for $31.49. I think we're in it for about $5 or $6. And it's shipped in a padded flat rate. It's $31.49 on the sale. I'm not doing as much clothing, but I will pick up stuff if I know it's going to sell. This one's pretty cool. It's a Fisher-Price Learn Through Music. It's got 4 cartridges. It does work. I ended up paying $5 or $10 for this, and it sold for 120 shipped. I had a lot of offers that were much lower, like $40, $50, $60, but I saw every once in a while there were nice sets that were selling for 100 plus. I'm like, I have 4 cartridges. Mine works. I'm going to take a decent picture, and I'm going to put it up there and hold on, and mine sold for 120. And again, I don't take the best pictures, but I'm like, I'll take at least a decent one where people know what they're getting, they feel confident, and boom, it sold. Care Bear, this is a purple one. I don't know, Animal Heart is what it says. Daydream, I guess, is also in there. I'm not sure what the official name is. It's a newer one, though. I got a bunch of Care Bears, I think for $10 for like 4 or 5 of the newer ones. This one sold for $29.99. It shipped out first class. Invasion, the complete series. I thought this one would do a little bit better because I never heard of it. As I said before, my rule of thumb with DVD series, if there's one you've never heard of, definitely look it up because it might be worth it. $8.99 though, paid $1. So it didn't do too great, but it did sell. We made some money. An Emerald Women's Perfume Dusting Powder. Got this at an estate sale, I think for $1. Got a bunch of like little perfumes and a couple odds and ends of some sealed toothbrushes. This one was in there. Didn't know much about it, just grabbed it because it was brand new, and it sold for $60 shipped. A lot of people are, I know Matt, Part-Time Picker, sells a lot of stuff like this. A lot of the guys out there are looking for the vintage perfume and kind of, the health and beauty products because they seem to sell pretty well, especially if something's discontinued. Here's a nice Bible. This is the Douay Catholic Version Bible from 1944. This one was, I believe, $3 or $4 at an estate sale, and it sold for $60 shipped. I don't ship these medium mail. My listing will say medium mail, but I'll always upgrade it if it's a higher selling book. I'll either go first class if it's, will ship that much, or probably a padded flat rate. I'm not going to ship this medium mail and take a chance on something getting lost. Mario Party 2 N64 game sold for $55 shipped. Always a great game. Mario Parties on the 64. All 3 of them sell, so definitely keep an eye out. They also sell on the GameCube and stuff as well, and the Wii. Here's a Simon and Garfunkel, The Concert in Central Park. It's the DVD here. This one's from 2003. It sold for $11.99. I think it's from the Rock and Roll Buy. I don't remember exactly. We also have a Grizzlor figure. This is like a He-Man figure. I got a bunch of these. Most of them ended up being the lower end ones. I've sold a couple of higher end ones. I do have one pretty rare one that we'll hopefully see here pretty soon once it sells. But this one ended up selling for $14.99. I don't have all the accessories for these. That they can really make or break you. If you get a bunch of nice accessories with it, can really help with the value. Here is a Le Creuset. This is a little 7x5 inch rectangular baking dish. Was brand new. Got it in a big buy from Storage Unit Guy. I think we spent $300 and something. It was a crazy good deal. We sold like a $90 bat. $100 blow mold out of there. So we made quite a bit of money just on a couple items, and now we've been selling off kind of the leftovers. This one sold for 34 shipped. We did ship it out priority mail or FedEx or something like that for around 11 or 12 bucks. Here's a Shadowlands. This is a little PC. It's brand new sealed PC game. I got two of these, paid $2 a piece at an estate sale. They had some other sealed games, but didn't seem like it was anything kind of cool. I just grabbed these, and they ended up selling for one sold for $17.49. It ships out first class, and I think I sold one the other day for like 15 bucks. So we made a few bucks on them, not too much, but happy to get them out of here. A DVD combo, guys. The Toshiba one. This is the SDV296-K-TU. This one did have a remote, and I think it was an aftermarket remote that I bought, if I'm not mistaken. But it sold for $125 shipped, which was awesome. I was super happy with that. I did test it out. Both functions, the DVD and the VCR and the recording function that were on there, they all work. Shipped it for $125. Super happy. I love the DVD combos. Thundercats, another one of these figures from the big figure buy. This guy sold for $20 just by himself. He had some wear. The paint wasn't perfect, but really easy to ship. Usually on the figures, if they're not too valuable, I'll just bubble wrap them and throw them in a bubble mailer, and they go on their way first class. Otherwise, I'll put them in like a 6x4 or an 8x6x4 box if they're a little bigger. This listing's not too great. If you look at the photo, you're like, man, Cameron, you really dropped the ball. It's a Wilson right-hand golf club. You see a big shadow from where I was with the light and everything and the golf club. You can't really see exactly what it is aside from the Wilson on the head cover. But I paid 15 bucks for this bag at a garage sale. It was complete. It's a youth bag, probably for like the 11 plus, I'm guessing, age group. Maybe like 9 to 11. Maybe it's a little bit littler than that. But it's not the smallest one, but a kind of a size up. This one ended up selling for $85 shipped. It was going to Bakersfield, California, which is not too far from me, at least relatively close. So I knew shipping would be reasonable. I had it listed at $100. That's what I wanted to get because I figured it would cost me quite a bit to ship it. Because they were closer, I went down to $85 and shipped it out to them. I think shipping ended up being $19. Really wasn't too bad at all. And we made plenty of money on that deal. I like the youth clubs. They can sell pretty well. You can also part them out individually. A Nintendo Wii. This one had 2 controllers and 2 nunchucks. Came with all the cords. It sold for $85 shipped. So that was an awesome sale right there. I don't know if it was this Wii or the next one. Someone said that their sister-in-law or sister bought a Wii from me. So if that was you, thank you so much. It's been a little while and I forgot to check back, but I don't know if it was particularly this one. But someone did send someone to me, and I really appreciate that. If you guys do buy something, please let me know. I always appreciate someone coming through and buying something from me. Panasonic PNLC 1077 base. This one sold for $17.99 for one phone base, just for one little phone, $18. And you're going to see a couple more of them here pretty soon. I got a whole phone set I bought. I think I paid $5 or $10 for it. I parted it out, and we made great money on it. This particular Panasonic's and AT&T one seem to do the best for me. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. This is a brand new open box set. Everything sealed inside. Paid $1 at a garage sale, and it sold for $80 shipped. Super great deal, and it went global shipping program, if I'm not mistaken. Look out for board games, guys. Not all of them are worth money, but if you see something unique, especially if it's new sealed or sealed parts inside, you can make some money. And we have another Panasonic base. This one sold for $17.99 as well, so super great deal on that one. They go out first class. Here is a Cosmos Sun. These are like wall board. You put them at the top of like your wall or whatever if you're going to decorate over there. It's kind of like that Cosmos theme, the sun and solar stuff and stars and the moon. I got a couple of these. I think I'm in them for $1 each. They ended up shipping out or selling for $21, but I think they weighed over a pound, and we shipped them out in a powder flat rate. So made a little bit of money, but took a while to sell. So it wasn't the greatest, but it did move. And we sold another Panasonic base. Just to go over this, guys, I'm guessing my listing became the cheapest price, or I was number one in the search, because they've been up for a little while because they were on a 10% off sale. But I'm guessing the market shifted and mine went to the lower ones, or I got to the top of the search, because why would 3 of them sell? I think they all sold in the same day or within 2 days of each other. So that doesn't really happen that often unless something's changed on eBay's on the market and I'm at the top or I'm the only one there or something like that. So it was pretty cool to get those out. Here's a polyresin witch fairy. It's got like a white dragon there. This one sold for $63.99. Got a bunch of these from the big fairy and dragon buy. We still have a few of the dragons and fairies left, but we've gotten through most of them. Most of them should sell for around that $60 mark. Here's I don't know how to pronounce this, BCBG Maxaria. I'm not Maxaria. It's like a wool nylon trench coat, women's size 10. It was in really great shape. No signs of really any wear to it. Paid $10 though at the garage sale, which I don't know much about clothes, so I kind of took a chance on it. It finally ended up selling for $59.49, I believe, on a sale. I was happy with that because it shipped out for around 10 or $12. It was a little heavy, and we made some money, so that was really cool. Tower of Power, a lot of 6 CDs sold for $40 shipped. Had them listed way too high. I think I messed up when I must have messed up when I was doing my listing on this one because I don't remember trying to list them that high. But someone finally came through and said, "Hey, tell you what, I'll give you $40 for them, and you can actually keep a CD." I said, "I'll take your 40, and you can just have the CD, so it's out of here." Shipped them out for $40. The guy was happy, so really good deal. Acura 2.5 TL. This is a technical information manual. Sold for $15 on a best offer. It's from the big manual buy that we spent $500. Bought 31 paper boxes full of manuals, and we've still been selling them. I sold some recently, so we'll probably be selling those still for another couple years, but they have been great. Really happy with that. Welcome to Tyler. It's like a Harlequin book romance, I think, series, if I'm not mistaken. Got these at a big romance sale. They had all 12, so I picked them all up, and I ended up selling them for $30 shipped. I think we're probably in these for 50 cents each, so we probably have $6 in them. Sell them for 30, and then media mail shipping is probably $4, $5 on it. So again, plenty of room for profit on a media item like that. Gossip Girl seasons 1 through 5, they're all actually sealed. They sold on sale for $35.24. Happy to get those out of here. They've been up for a little while, but I like buying the DVD sets. They seem to sell pretty well, especially if you price them right. I probably was a little high in the price, and that's the problem. Here's a Rhino Innova Champion disc. We bought all those disc golf discs. If you guys find these, they look like Frisbees, but you should be able to tell that it's something different. Innova is a brand that makes quite a bit of them, and a lot of them can go for good money. Some of them are a little bit on the low end, but if you can find them, definitely look into them if you can get them for the right price. Some of them go for 50 plus, $60, $70, $80, even probably higher depending on what one you have and the condition it's in. Look up what the model is. They have different names. Some are called like the Orcs or the Wraith or whatever. This one's a Rhino, I'm guessing. So they can be pretty valuable, but do your research. This one sold for $35 shipped. The Warriors DVD set, this one sold for DVD sold for $7.19. I kept getting offers in this one of, would you take $4? Would you take $3.50? Would you take $5? I'm like, I would never take $5 unless it's sold on sale, and I finally am trying to get rid of it. It did sell on a 10% off sale for $7.19, so happy to get out of here. On my media item, guys, I usually don't put best offer. Usually I find the price if it's an individual item. This is what I want to sell it for. No best offer. I put the price, and if I'm going to lower it, I'm just going to lower it through a sale, and then maybe it'll drop into someone's price range and they'll buy it. So I don't like to do best offer because then you have to deal with a lot of lowball offers on a $10 item. Just not worth my time. Sony pack of micro cassettes sold for $12 shipped. These were $1 at an estate sale. They sold for $12. Always look out for that sealed media. Not all of it's valuable, but some of it is worth your time. Here's a Sony Click. I don't know. It's a handheld like PDA. It's like a kind of like one of those little palm things, I guess. This one does work. It came with everything, the box, all the cords, everything you need to get it going. I paid $5 for it, and it sold for $40 shipped. It did go global shipping program. I want to say we shipped it out for around $10. Risk, this is a USAopoly. This is the Risk it's a sealed board game. This one I got for $10 it was kind of like a garage sale, kind of. The guy's a reseller too. Or at least he resells the stuff that his brother-in-law doesn't want him to sell online. They kind of sell it at garage sales or on Facebook Marketplace. I came in, I bought a bunch of board games for $10 each sealed. A lot of them were selling for around $45, so I was making some profit. This one's kind of held on, and it probably sold for $36. So shipping ends up around $12 or $13. We'll still make some money, but we've kind of made all of our money. Now we're just getting rid of the leftovers. And that's how it goes sometimes in bulk buys. You'll sell off a bunch of stuff right away, and then the rest of the stuff kind of trails in over time, which I'm okay with that. 1988 vintage Miss Piggy McDonald's. This is a plush here. Paid $50 for it with another plush. I spent $1 for both. This one sold for $10 shipped, and it sold very quickly, so I was pleased. A North Face men's, I think it's called the Norris. I'm not sure. That's what I saw someone else's listing, so I used it. This one sold for $42.74, and it was a $5 garage sale buy. Super happy. Sold very quick. Love that. Best of David Bowie. This is one of those song books. I've sold a bunch of these with the rock and roll buy. This one sold for $18.99. I do ship them out media mail, but so far I've not had an issue with those. Adobe Photoshop Elements 4.0 with the keys. This one sold for $12.34 on sale. I think it was a 5% off to watchers, and someone snagged it up for $12.34. We have a Thomas wooden limited edition 60-year train. This one sold for $8.24. It was listed for $11. It has some scuffs. The paint's not perfect. Finally sold 25% off for $8.24. It goes out first class. Bennett Cerf's Book of Animal Riddles. This is one of the Dr. Seuss books, an earlier one. It's from, I think, the 60s, 1960, right there. This one sold for $11.39. Goes medium mail. Some of the older Dr. Seuss stuff, if it's the older, they can be valuable and worth your time listing individually. Not all of them, but it might be worth your time to take a look. We also have a pair of 1990 Skechers. These are called like chunky heel men's shoes. They're kind of like super high. They're kind of like almost like platform, but not platform, but they're raised. I got these for $5 at a garage sale. Perfect shape. Person bought them. They're size 12. So they don't fit. They returned them. They sold for $66.49. Took the return back, so we have free returns. So we're out the money there. It just happens. It's part of life. We'll sell them again for around this amount of money, and it'll be okay. So we're not going to cry over one return, but they do happen, and I think I have another one to show you possibly later. So here's an Xbox One. This is a console I got from my friend that I buy from. I buy it from all the time. He used to be just a source, but I consider him a friend now. We talk quite a bit. He had this, and I wanted $30 or $25 for it. Had no cords. He had no idea if it worked. He said, you can just have it for 20. I think it was $25. I grabbed it, and I'm like, well, for parts, I can at least make a few bucks on it. But I ended up finding the power cord. I had a controller for it. They both worked well, and this puppy sold for $190 shipped. If you're looking at the outside, it has like a Nintendo sticker kind of on it to make it look like a Nintendo, but that's aftermarket. Someone put that on. Ended up selling for $190 shipped. Very happy with that. This is a sealed Mac 4.0 software. Brand new sealed, sold for $7.99. This one came back to me completely destroyed. I'm guessing it got caught in a conveyor belt or something. The package was shredded. It was crushed. It looked like it had dark markings all over it, and it was returned to me because they couldn't read the tracking part. They can only see my name on there, the sender. You couldn't see the buyer or the tracking number because it got crushed. So that one was returned, just kind of the unfortunate side of selling. So a bummer there. Canon 81, probably one of the best cameras to look out for, the SLR kind of type camera. This type right here always seems to sell. The market's there. This one did work, but it had a broken battery hinge cover. It would shut, but it was kind of cracked, so one piece was kind of wobbly. I still sold it for $100 within a day because it came with the manual and everything. We paid, I want to say, either $17 or $12. It was either $25 or $35, but it was a half off day at an estate sale. So I got it for whatever half was. I could look at my notes, but I don't have them, and ended up selling for $100 shipped. And lastly, guys, we have a Killah Priest heavy mental cassette here. This is from the Rap and Hip Hop Buy. I think I had it listed around $40 and took a best offer of $25 shipped. On a lot of those ones, if there weren't a lot of comps on them, I listed them a little high, put best offer on and said, hey, I'll just wait for the right buyer. I felt like $25 was fair, and we moved it out. So I think we got through quite a bit of listings, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know I talked pretty fast, but I got a lot to get through, and I want to show you everything because we're all selling at different types of things, different dollar amounts, and maybe something in there, even if it was a $10 sale, maybe it's something you can find in your bit out in the wild and use in your business to make a few bucks. Or if there's a mistake in here, maybe you can kind of learn from that too, because we're all need to learn. That's how you do better in this business. Constantly get new information, find out what's selling, learn the trends, and just kind of grow your knowledge base of reselling, and you can make quite a bit of money. My family's been very blessed by this business, and I hope yours will be too. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.